pumping gas and learning to realize the capacity of other people. Save the date, April 25th at noon Eastern Standard Time. I have a 100% free, no strings attached webinar that I'm going to be teaching you about the 7 key factors that you need to know in order to manifest anything in your life, especially when it comes to your time and your parenting. Head on over to momisincontrol.com/join. And go to that website as well. I also have a free gift that I'm going to be giving you when you register. Just put in your name and your email at momisincontrol.com/join. And yes, if you can't make it live on April 25th at noon Eastern Standard Time, we will be sending out a replay. Okay, ladies, I'm back. You know what that means. Another day, another podcast. So, remember how I've told you before, my brain now thinks in podcasts. Part of that is when you're doing 365 podcasts in a year, you need to come up with a lot of content. It also reminds me that where you put your energy, you will constantly flow in that direction. So now that my brain is always thinking about life lessons and helping women change their lives and how to parent more in alignment and feel good in your mind and your body and your soul, I'm realizing that everything is a life lesson. And I'm catching myself learning and growing even while I'm pumping gas. So this morning I was at the gas tank. I was at the fucking gas station, not the gas tank. I was running on empty. I knew if I didn't go get gas that I was going to most likely, be running on fumes and my car would stop on the side of the road. So that's really not the point. The point was when I'm pumping my gas, I have a little OCD about getting to that exact amount. It's just a weird thing I have, and I know I'm not the only person with it, but it's like if I'm, $56.49, like I want to get it to $57. And then if I go to $57 and it goes over a few cents, I want to get it to the next dollar. I want to round up to the next dollar. So here's what happens, right? Today actually, to fill my tank was like $80-something. And gas was high, and it was like $80-something and 50 cents. And I'm pumping, and I get to $88, and gas starts leaking out of my tank. And I know this about my car, that when it says enough is enough, I need to just stop, right? Like I might be able to get in 10 cents, but much more than that, it's like, listen to me. So when I was thinking about this, I'm like, this is so how modern day parenting is. I'm putting my expectations, I'm projecting my own shit, my need to control, my need to have, it round up to the dollar. I'm projecting this onto my car. My car has a limited gas tank. Like, it does not change. I know this gas tank can only hold a certain amount of gas. I also know from past experience that when the little thingy clicks off, it's done. It's like, Heather, I am full. Do not try to pour any more gas inside of me. But I was in my head and I was just like so fixated on getting it round up to the next dollar that a little bit of gas poured out. No big deal, right? But this is a representation of how we parent, our relationships in our marriages, our partnerships, with colleagues, employees, bosses, everyone. How often are you emotionally projecting your ideals onto other people? How your children should act in public. How people should be in their lives, right? The judgments that we make on other people. Well, why don't they do this? Why don't they do that? Maybe because they can't. Maybe because they don't want to. And so this conversation around gas and gas tanks and rounding up to the next dollar, it's more about how we treat other people and the expectations that we have about who we need to be in our lives, who we need to be to create emotional freedom as we evolve, how often we need to apologize to other people and take emotional responsibility. Now listen, you might say to me, but Heather, I do this. It's my husband who won't take emotional responsibility. It's my wife who won't take emotional responsibility. It's my children. He's always shaming and blaming me. Or she blames me for everything. Or this person did that, or that person did this. Control what you can control, and you cannot control other people. But what I could control in that moment with the gas tank is stopping. I knew the limit. I knew the gas tank's limit, and I still pushed it. It's like looking at my child and knowing that after school, it needs to be downtime, a snack and downtime. If I'm pushing the boundary, if I'm pushing the limit, and then they have a meltdown, is that really their problem? Or was that me setting too high of an expectation? So pay attention. Where in your life are you just so motivated to be perfect, so motivated to win, so motivated to get your own personal needs met that you're actually not being empathetic towards the other person? This is why I am convinced that parenting, conscious parenting in general, the whole culture of it is selfish. The whole culture of parenting is selfish. Look at my child. Look at all of their accomplishments. We want other people to be better and change, most likely because we are uncomfortable with who they are today. Think about it. Are you secretly hoping your child does as you say and not as you do? Well, guess what? I've teamed up with Big Life Journal to help give your children the tools and strategies they need to live their big life. Their growth mindset journals empower children to face challenges head on, think positive, and embrace mistakes. You can also check out their printables and growth mindset activity cards. It doesn't matter if your child is a toddler or entering high school. Discover how to live in a growth mindset is a lifelong skill we all can learn about. Head on over to momisincontrol.com/big life. And when you use the promo code MIIC until June, you'll get 10% off all your purchases. That's momisincontrol.com/big life, promo code MIIC.